Hey guys, welcome back to another one by me, Spectral Blood. So happy to have you guys back. I have part one of this uploading as I'm recording this. So we're going back to back, like I said. I'm hoping this one's a bit more interactive. But welcome back to Rock Robin. If you don't know what's happened up to this point, there's a lot of reading and a lot of visual novel stuff. Go back to part one if you hadn't seen it yet. But anyway, let's get started. My first gig in my own band, finally, I call the shots. There was a lot of yelling in the first part, so my voice does feel a bit scratchy. I don't know how long till it gives out. Now to pick a name that doesn't suck. Time to start your new band. To begin the game, you'll need to select your band's genre, name, and logo. Don't worry, these are mostly for cosmetic purposes and can be changed later. The band genre will determine which musicians will be interested in joining you in the open-ended mode of play, but you'll find that most everyone has a wide range of taste. Oh, shit. Alternative, okay, I'm looking at the bottom four. Alternative, classic rock, heavy metal, grunge. I'm turning the volume on my computer up. I got chills. I got chills every fucking where. What's grunge sound like? I just want to listen to grunge all the way through for a minute. We're totally going metal. Oh, God. Oh, God. Totally gonna do it. Oh, my God. No! Okay, so we're gonna have to take the out. If you don't know what this is, oh my God, this is actually a personal name for me. Because me and a few of my friends in the past, we had actually gotten together trying to figure out if we can start a band, and we had come up with this name. And it's a personal thing for me because I always had that dream. It never really came to fruition, sadly. But now everything I do that has music in it, hell, I play Rock Band on a daily basis on my Xbox, and this is the name that I use. I play Guitar Hero on a daily basis, and this is the name I use. Everything that that has to do with music, this is the name I use. Oh, logo. Logo time. Oh, there's a widow. What's in the next area? No! Oh well, it's okay. It took some convincing, but Emmett began to finally see my vision for the band. After a few nights of staying in the loft, he worked up the courage to return home to face his family. They weren't as harsh on him as he thought they'd be. Something about boys will be boys. He wanted to keep living with me, but I told him, no way, Jose, the loft was cramped enough as it was. But he'd come to hang out with me every day like he had absolutely nothing else to do. Time to put him to work and get him looking like his dad on the drums. New goal, raise Emmett's music. Fuck yeah. Welcome to the Daily Planner. Ah, here we go. Much more interactive shit. This button takes you to the stat raising menu screen. This is the most important feature of the game. You can interact with your band members to raise your relationship. Quick and easy action to reduce the stress of all band members. This is your current objective completed to progress the story. You're on a timed schedule, so don't forget about your goal. This is how you keep track of time, day of the week, month, date, etc. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go... Well, hang on. Let me do something here. I don't know any of these. I don't even know if this is legitimate music. Alright, we're going to manage band. Alright, now for the important stuff. Just do what I say and we won't have any problems, okay? Sure, what should I do? I can have you practice music, write songs, work on your star quality, or just relax to lower your stress. You're no use to me if you're stressed. Since I need you to get better at drums right away, I should order you to practice some music. How long should I do that? Depends on what I want. I could give you new orders every day or once a week. Or more likely, I can split sessions between weekdays and weekends. We can't get any gigs until you're better, so it's okay if we work all week right now. Alright, let's rock. All week. Run session. Alright, well, we need to fucking chill at this point. And now go back to manage bands and run another session. Wait. And run another session. Raised Emmett's music. Sounds good. Within a couple weeks, the kid really showed improvement. He still wasn't anything remarkable, but he became a decent drummer, and that was all I could ask for right now. The worst part was making him focus because his attention span was nilch. His attention, okay. To kind of clarify for those who don't know what nilch means, his attention span is like a fart. It's always there, it's there, but it always, it lingers for a while, but it always dissipates. It's like a fart. It's there for a while, but it always dissipates. Being confident in his newfound skills, I asked Emmett to play for Owen to see if he approved as well. Luckily, Owen agreed and allowed us to perform live at his bar. Play gigs has been added to the Daily Planner. Some actions like playing gigs will only appear on weekends. Even though I hadn't dismissed the idea of auditions, this two-party band couldn't get me far. No one worth my time ever crossed my path, and the couple of people I thought I could depend on ran away with their tails between their legs. In between keeping Emmett focused and rage drinking, I was fast at work writing songs. War, author Robin. A loud song about taking back the world. Ooh, hello. A declaration of war on Shocker Millennium. Let's see how far they get without me. Emmett was napping on a futon in the loft after he successfully completed his basic training. He could play decently, I guess, but he didn't really seem to care about it in general. It's almost as if he thinks he has to be a drummer because of his family, and I guess I wasn't making things easier by expecting the same, but that's when I heard it. Someone was rocking on an axe down in the bar. Yes. Sure, Owen had live music now and then, but nothing struck a chord with me like this. It was hardcore, it was aggressive, and it was beautiful. I must have it. Hey, Kirby. He mumbled something and rolled over, but I didn't care enough about waking him. I was too distracted trying to wrap my head around what I was hearing. So instead, I left him to his nap and wandered downstairs alone. Sure enough, there was a crowd around the stage, not... Sure enough, there was a crowd around the stage, not a large crowd, certainly not as big as ones I'm used to, but it was large enough to block my view of the guitarist. Who is he or she, and more importantly, can I get that sound into my band? A small chuckle drew my attention to the bar, and Owen smiled. I knew you'd come down. I rushed to the counter. Tell me, who is it? Who is that person in the band already? I know you need a guitarist, so why settle for anything less than the best this small town has to offer? You did that for me. He smirked and nodded. Owen, I could kiss you. I really could right now, dude. Like, oh my god, you bring something that fucking beautiful around me. Like, I have chills. I have legit chills. And my hair is standing on end. Holy fuck, that music. I had to push some people out of the way, but I ignored their remarks. Owen was giving me the greatest present in the world. Or so I thought. My chest felt like collapsing, and not in any good way. The last person I expected to see was him. But here he was, setting his guitar on fire and making it look easy. Dallas. His pick fell from his hand, and he stared at me. And he stared at me in an insanely endless amount of time. He was just as surprised as me. I recognized the pain in his eyes, and I wondered, could he see mine? That's it, huh? After all these years, after all we've been through, I could say the same thing. That's rich. I'm the one who wasted your time. What are you trying to say? That it's the other way around? Tell me I'm lying then. Tell me everything I said wasn't true. Somebody please tell me I'm dreaming this. No need to drag this out any longer than it has to be. You're right. I should have left a long time ago, huh? Jesus, I'm crying. Look what you're doing to me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making you cry. I'm sorry for making you have to kick me out, too. And I'm sorry for all the years I've known you. Don't burn bridges, Dallas. Don't burn bridges. Just fucking leave already. Right. Goodbye. Thanks, everyone. It's been fun. Don't leave like this. It was gonna happen one way or another. The door slammed and I bent over in pain. Dallas. It's been a long time. You. Me. Don't worry, I'll clear out. He unplugged his guitar with a tough jerk. His voice sounded collected and calm, but his actions betrayed him. He was on edge, maybe even more than me. My chest really hurt. Hasn't hurt like this, well, since that day. Back then, Dallas was a mediocre guitarist at best, but now... I was too busy thinking about the past to speak. He flew by me before I even realized he had finished packing. He rushed out the bar, leaving his listeners wildly speculating and whispering ignorant things like, "Isn't that crazy girl from Shocker Millennium?" As soon as I got over my initial shock, I quickly followed him out of the bar. I couldn't just let a great guitar slip through my fingers, no matter who it was. Dallas was placing his guitar into his trunk. He was halfway gone. It seemed he really didn't want to be around me. I hesitated to approach him, unsure of what to say, but he saw me. "What?" "You're good at guitar." He gave me a long, hard look as if he was trying to say something with his eyes. "I like to think so, too." He felt brave enough to take a few steps, I felt brave enough to take a few steps forward. I can't speak today. I had to stand my ground. If I was weak, he'd think I was apologizing for what I did, and I wasn't. "So I guess you've been practicing nonstop all these years, huh?" He slammed his trunk closed. "What are you trying to do, Robin? Because you're going down a road that I'd rather keep forgotten." "Forgotten, huh? What a peach." "I'm not trying to do anything. I just wanted to compliment you. We haven't seen each other in ages, and you're different." "You're not. Surprising." "Oh, so you do want to go down that road. Okay. I'm the trigger-happy bitch who savors every kill." "Stop it. I really don't want to do this. Not now. Not ever again. You got what you wanted. You got Sterling, and you got your band all to yourself. I'm making good on my own, which is more than I can say about you." "Excuse me?" "Oh, right. Everyone and their dog. I remember. Let me guess. You kicked me out of the band, and then they kicked you out. Oh, the irony. Please spare me." "Then I will. Nice seeing you." He headed towards his car door and opened it. "God, you're so full of shit, you know that? If you're mad at me, yell at me, call me a name or something. Just drop the damn sarcasm." "Thank you!" "Sorry, personal." "I need to learn to keep my personal life out of my work life. I'm sorry." He stopped and banged his keys on top of the car. "I'm not like you. I don't get pleasure from beating someone up." I rounded his car to meet him face to face and stood in front of his door. He responded with an exasperated groan. "Let me leave." "No." "Why not? I don't have time for this." "Why were you playing at Tracy's?" "Because Owen paid me." "Does he pay you to play often, or was this a special opportunity to really screw with me?" "What are you talking about? I play at the bar whenever I want." "So what? You guys keep being friends all these years?" "Yes, Robin. That's what friends do. They keep being friends." "Why would Owen do this to me?" "He said he found me a guitarist. He wanted me to meet you." "Why do you need a guitarist?" "Why is he being so coy?" "I'm starting my own band, of course. I can't let Sterling win." For a change, he didn't immediately respond. "Move." "Wait, didn't you hear what I just said? I need a guitarist." "What does that have to do with me?" He wants me to come out and say it, but I won't. I'm not conceding. I won't beg on my hands and knees." That's what I thought. He opened his car door wider, pushing me aside, and I got in. "He can't leave. No, he can't. Not again." I caught his door to prevent him from shutting it. "Dallas." I reached deep within myself, and of course I wanted to scream and cry for his help, but I've never wanted to be that kind of person. I wasn't the kind of person I wanted to be. I wanted him to want to help me. I wanted my best friend back. God knows I didn't have many friends left. Please? It was the best I could manage. He looked up at me with his deep blue eyes. "No." I felt like I was being jolted back to reality by some cosmic force, and I just stared at him with my mouth open like a fish out of water. I guess that was it. That was all I should have expected from him. I slammed his car door shut for him. He winced, but at least he stopped looking at me with those awful eyes. He started his car, and I took a step back, still numb. I watched his car drive away, and the pain in my chest intensified. Whatever a heart attack felt like, it couldn't possibly be as bad as this. I confronted Owen about his sick games, and he apologized. He said that he had meant for us to make up and get over the past, but it's clear that that had failed. For fear of lashing out at him, I left him without much response. I didn't know how absolutely raving mad a human could get until this whole thing started. Now I knew it quite well. Maybe this whole thing shouldn't have been taken any farther than some meaningless graffiti. All I've got towards this pipe dream is a semi-decent drummer. And that's it. I would have drunk myself stupid, but I couldn't afford anything, and facing Owen wasn't something I was ready to do. Emmett was awake when I got back to the loft. He was going to open his mouth and be stupid. I can tell these things. But he stopped himself when he saw how worked up I was. "What's up?" I laid down on the bed with my back to him. "Nothing. It's probably time you got back to your own place." With a hint of maturity, he didn't whine or complain. "Okay, if that's what you want." He wrestled around a bit, but all I could think about was how much of a headache I had. I can do just fine without Dallas. There are other guitarists in the scene. Some are probably much better than him, no matter how badass he may have become. I flip-flopped all night long about continuing the band. Damn him for making me second-guess something I thought was a damn sure thing. I had to show him, and Sterling, now I could make it. Right? It seemed like I was bristling with rage all the time, so I didn't have time to recover. I had to jump right back into the fray and get over it. And someone once told me I should direct my emotions into singing. And what's better than venting and getting paid for it? The next day, I was busy working on a new song, or rather, I was letting off steam and seeing if it sounded good enough to play later. I had no instruments to speak of. Well, I did have a bass guitar that I played a while ago. It was buried somewhere in Sterling's place, so it's as good as gone. After Dallas left the band, we went in a new direction. Sterling said I should focus on my singing, and I hadn't seen my baby since. But it was clear I needed to pick up the bass once again. Trouble was, I was broke. I guess there was only one way to get anything we wanted, and that was to work for it. Now that Emmett could be shown in public, it was time to get us some gigs. New goal, buy a bass. All right. We're going to go to band info. Modify band. Change logo. We're going to go with that because that's what I wanted to begin with. Wait, what's this one even sound like? Oh, I can't even. Fuck. That's some shit. Alright, fine. Well, then we'll go back and we'll go to a band meeting. Talk. Becoming a drummer? You feel like a drummer yet? I've always felt like a drummer. You feel like a real drummer yet? What does that even mean? You live and breathe rhythms, hear a beat in everything, and you can't stop yourself from tapping on everything to see what sound it makes. Oh. Yeah, kinda. Nah, had to tell me to stop banging on her dishes the other day. Or Nan had to tell me to stop banging on her dishes the other day. Now that's what I'm talking about. It was really coming a long way. I was pretty proud of him, actually. Thanks, Robbie. For teaching me. Dad's never sat down with me like he did with Marcus. But yeah. It was kind of sad. Marcus tries to show me stuff, though. I can't get into the studio anymore when he's there, so yeah, thanks. It's gonna make me blush. I was training his butt because I was stuck with him. You're welcome. His gratitude was something I wasn't expecting. Let's go. Let's back it up. Manage band. Wait, how do I... Oh, I have a lot to do. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna do a shit ton of practicing, and he's gonna do a lot of de-stressing in the process. Until we have a gig up, we can't do anything else. So we're just gonna run them all week through. Alright, we're actually going to... Oh no, we're actually gonna relax is what's gonna happen. Alright, so now we're gonna play a gig and see how this goes. I snagged us a gig, Kirby. Don't mess it up. Really, where? At the Roxbury Arena? Dad plays there every year. No, dummy, we're not popular enough to fill a stadium yet. We're playing a bar over at the next block. That's it. When can we play bigger places? When people start to recognize how awesome we are. Besides that, the bigger the venue, the harder it will be to please the crowd. So we need to start small anyway. Now we have to figure out our set list for the gig too. Playing a good song means better performances. If we play a song too often, people won't want to hear it anymore, so we have to keep our set list fresh. We haven't written enough material to fill a full set, so we're a little more than a cover band right now. Should write some more songs. Shut up, I'm trying. I wrote War at least. Where's yours? Coming soon? Whatever, let's talk. Let's talk more rock. Alright, small bar it is. Let's do this. Play gig. Click a tile to flip it over. Click a second tile to see if it matches. If it matches, you get points. If it doesn't match, they flip back over. Oh god, it's a matching game. I hate these. The game will be untimed. Your score will be based on the number of wrong matches you have made. In hard mode, the game will be timed, and your score will base the number of correct matches you've made in the time allotted. Time left over will be added to your score. In the options, you can... Okay, so... Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I got 3. Well, damn it. Oh, a classic is born. War. Your fans will never get tired of hearing this one. Cool. We're gonna do that again, actually. Ah, shit. I didn't change it. Fuck. Okay. Shit. I hate memory games! I hate memory games! Fuck. Alright, we're going into the settings because fuck that shit. Where is the settings? Let's go to the shop real quick, though. I'm curious. 400. Fuck. I don't know where the settings are at to be able to change that shit. Run a week-long session and have her writing something. Fuck. This is bullshit. This is serious bullshit. Like, I can't even change the fucking settings. Why? I don't like that. There we go. Much better. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Alright, let's go one more again. One more again. We got this, we got this, we got this. Ah. I was close, I was close. I'm almost where I need to be. One more. I think one more. But I'm almost where I need to be. I think. Cleared board. Yes. Got him. Nope, I still need one more. Alright, then we'll run one more. Cleared board. Got him. All right, now let's go to the shop, music shop, bass, and guess who's getting a new guitar? Mine. Finally got me a bass. Let me see. It was shabby secondhand and nothing like my old baby. But tough times call for blah blah whatever. Oh, green, I like it. He reached out to touch it, but I yanked it back. You know, all this would be so much easier if you were rich. I am rich. Right, that's why you're stealing your dad's credit cards. It's his fault. He only gives me a small allowance because of some of the things I buy. Should I even ask? I mean, what's wrong with having a pet elephant? What? Sure, it sat on his favorite rolls, but that was only that one time. And all of the other times it made a mess, I always cleaned it up. Too much information. Back at the bar, Owen got my attention and we were speaking terms again. Here's your mail, and also you got a call. That's new. If it's Sterling, tell him to give me my stuff back, and also to go jump off a bridge. Tell him yourself when you get a phone. I'll get a phone when I get my possessions again. Oh, speaking of which, take a look. I proudly unzipped the bass carrying case. Owen inspected it with masked interest. You'll buy a guitar before you get a phone? Calls for me are never anything good anyway. I zipped the case back up and started opening my mail. So I guess you won't want me to tell you about the call. Is it bad? It's not good. Tell it to Emmett then. The last bar you played at complained about the damages. They're demanding... I'm not listening. I decided to ignore him and focus on the mail I got. He kept going on about how they'll be on his back, not mine, yada yada yada. The letter had the address of the LeMay Hotel. I guess mail for me was never good too. I opened it up and pulled out an invoice for damages. The hell is this? Were you even listening to me? That ponytailed rat bastard. He said I wouldn't be charged for the whole thing. I mean, it was all Kirby's fault anyway. Before Owen could respond to my outburst, I was out of the bar and racing toward the hotel to sort this mess out. We cannot see Mr. LeMay at this time. He is meeting with Miss. I weaved past her and burst in the office door. Sitting at the desk was an older woman, but the manager was standing next to her. Both were startled by my entrance. Good. Mrs. and Mr. LeMay. I'm very sorry, but here she is now. I coughed as I choked on the witty opener that I practiced on the way over. Definitely wasn't expecting that response. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were expecting her. This is the person? This grungy girl? Fuck you! She spoke in a ridiculous accent. I could barely understand her, but thankfully I did. Excuse me? She is a musician. She's very unorthodox, barging into an office uninvited. Oh, that's part of why I think she's perfect for it. She's a risk taker, you know. The woman stood up to get a good look at me. She dismissed the secretary girl. Je n'aime pas ce filet. Or fil. C'est juste l'idée que tu n'aimes pas. I'm not very good with foreign languages, I'm sorry. Have some long. I do not. Somebody listen to me. Yes, I'm sorry. The manager walked over to me. I was just telling my mother about your band and how you've agreed to let me be your manager? I paused as I changed my expression from really confused and what the hell? And how about about how I've absolved your debts to the hotel because of the arrangement? I processed what he was saying and suddenly clicked that he wanted me to lie for him. I came to protest the invoice he had sent me, but here he was offering me a get-out-of-jail-free card, almost quite literally. I stared him down and considered his proposal, but who am I kidding? Of course I don't want to owe any money. Screw my pride, right? Right. That was the deal. A farce. This entire scheme of yours is completely farce. First your fiancé and now your job? Tell me, Beau, why is your heart so set on shaming your family? Mama, you're turning my hair gray with all this. Do you know that? You give me too much credit. At your age, I cannot boast for all of the gray on your head. I laughed out loud, which really did not please Mommy LeMay. She looked like she would steam from her ears at any second. My bloodline ends here. I have no children. Okay, later. Mother, don't be so rash. Give me 1 year, and if I have not found what I am looking for, then I will return to whatever you have planned for me. She was breathing very deeply, but seemed to calm herself as she contemplated his proposition. 1 year. That's all I need. We'll see, and I will see you in 1 year. She snatched her purse off the desk and hobbled out of the room, making sure to give me the stink eye as she did. Beau exhaled after she left and slunk over to sit down in his chair. He massaged his temples thoroughly. So, he looked up at me with some surprise. Well, I wasn't going to just vanish into thin air. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have been involved. Well, I'm thinking I should have, talking behind people's back. Tisk, tisk. Surely you know I wasn't telling the complete truth. Try all of it was a big stinking lie. He sighed and looked away. Thank you, is that what you want to hear? Nah, what I want from you is to explain this for me. He slapped the hotel bill down on his desk, or I slapped the hotel bill down on his desk, which was now little more than a crumpled scrap of paper. You said I wasn't going to be charged, and then you sent me a bill. Lie much? Wrong, I never said such thing. Mr. Marcus Kirby stated that his family would cover damages if we kept Emmett Kirby's record clean. He didn't vouch for you or your share of the cost. So you do indeed owe the hotel money, which is already overdue. That's where you're wrong. You just told me my debt with the hotel, though it doesn't exist, would be removed. He delayed his response as if he forgot. That was in the moment to get you to play along. Yeah, I figured that out. Don't tell me you're not going to keep your end of the deal. Because if you think I run fast enough... Because I think if I run fast enough, I can catch up with your mom, and that won't be necessary. Consider your debt forgiven. Great, good. Now I can return to life as normal. I turned to leave, but I spun back around. One more thing. How did you know I was starting a band? Is that a joke? You're Robin Gilly. Free from your old band, you spray painted your intentions on the side of my hotel. Also, you're carrying around a guitar. Okay, so I'm kind of stupid for not remembering all that. Ah, shit, I'm sorry, I skipped one. Quick research and an opening. You're scary. Then you have much to be afraid of. Does your mom know all that? I guess not, however, she soon will. That puts you in a pickle, huh? Because I don't have much of a band, to be honest. Just me and the younger Kirby. And the music gene skipped him, trust me. It's unfortunate for you. And you. You're mistaken. I don't really care what my mother thinks of you or your band. She agreed to let me have a year to myself not working this pathetic job. That's all I wanted. I've got leverage on him and he has to help me. Why would I let something like that just slip past me? And what happens after this year is up? How is that your concern? Is all you want really just a year break? If you don't like this stuff, then don't do it. I don't consider a career in music a sincere replacement. Oh, are you one of those guys who hates music? No, I'm not. I used to play classically in my younger years. He played? Played what? Look at you talking like an old fart already. You can't be that much older than me. Are you willing to compare ages? Don't change the subject, I know your type. Again with the types. I know that you do care about what your mom thinks about my band. It's a direct reflection of you. Because, I mean, if you're managing my band, why does it suck so much, Blackmail is it now? Not blackmail, dummy. I'm taking advantage of you, it's different. He cracked a smile. I wasn't really expecting that. Very well, you have figured me out. My reputation is on the line. If your band fails over the course of this year, I smacked his desk in victory. That's what I'm talking about. This stage just keeps getting better and better. I haven't had time for a hobby in years. Perhaps this will be a pleasant diversion. I suppose I should meet with the rest of the band. You can meet with the Emmett, but you won't get much out of him. So you're saying that you have absolutely no one else even interested in your band outside yourself and Mr. Kirby? Haha, you're one to judge. I don't understand that retort, but I'm always successful in my endeavors. Meaning you judge people a lot. Stop it. I'll try. No promises. Maybe this guy isn't such a stick in the mud after all. Alright, this video is over 46 minutes long, so I'm going to end this one here. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you guys there next time. Bye.